Hey guys, I'm back to the channel. Today we have some leaked stuff to look at in Prodigy, so let's get into the video. Alright, so we have some leaks for the next treasure track, along with the name for the next Mythical epic, and something pretty interesting, a new collab for Prodigy. So let's go ahead and look at this. Alright, so this first image is called Map Icon Dwerve 2, I think that's how you say it. So at first I was thinking that this is supposed to be some sort of like Prodigy English port, because this sort of looks like a Prodigy English character, but not really. But once I was looking later in the data, it turns out that this is like a collab that they're doing with a game called Dwerve, I guess. You can see right here we have Game Island on the left and I guess Dwerve on the right. I don't really know what it is, but you can see right here that we have this face from the character that we are seeing on the map. So I think this is going to be something in Game Island. This actually does have some stuff that is going to be in Prodigy though, like the main math game, interestingly. And I've never heard of Dwerve, so after looking it up, it sounds like it's a tower defense game, which I think they already have one of those in Prodigy, or in Arcadia already, so I guess that's kind of interesting. Also, this costs $19.99 normally, so I guess you can get it for free, sort of, if you are playing it on the Prodigy Arcadia. So yeah, I guess it's pretty interesting. I don't think I'm going to be finding myself playing the game in Arcadia, but I do think that the things that are actually going to be in Prodigy Math are kind of interesting. And what those things are, we're actually going to be getting costumes for these two characters that we are seeing on the promotional artwork, this thing right here. So we're going to be getting a costume for this character right here, which I assume is probably called Dwerve, I don't know. And then this pet in the backpack right here, which looks pretty cool. That is also going to be one of the characters that we're getting a costume for. So you can see here we have a belt, we have boots. We can't put all of this together. I might put it together for the thumbnail, but I don't think I'm going to show what it looks like put together in this video. So here's the boots. We have the eyebrow right here. I guess that's the eye blinking. We have the face, so you can see that we have sort of an X in the ear. I don't know if Prodigy players or Prodigy characters do have ears. I haven't really thought about that before. But you can see that we have these, like a beard right here. If we keep going, we have glove. We have some like wild looking hair. We have like a front layer of the hair. We have the hip. We have the legs. We have the mouth. We have the nose. And we have the torso. So this is what like the main part of the outfit is going to look like. And then the next character we have is that sort of like cat looking thing. You can see right here that this is the foot. This is the eye when it's blinking. This is the face, which I think that this costume probably has a lot more potential to look good than the like dwarf looking thing. So this is the face. This is the glove. This is the right ear. Here is the legs, the nose, the sleeve, the tail, and the torso. And then if we go into the data, we can see what the description for these two costumes are going to be. So we have Dwerve and Airy, I believe, right here. So Dwerve is going to say, when trolls attacked Dwerve's village, the chief blamed Dwerve's dad and threw him in jail. Nobody believes the trolls are real, so Dwerve set out to find them and show everyone his dad is innocent. One small dwarf can't fight trolls alone, so he builds traps and machines that fight for him. Play this adventure in the game Dwerve, now on Prodigy Arcadia. And then we have Airy, which says, when Dwerve set out to find the trolls and free his dad, Airy was with him every step of the way. Now you can wear Airy's look. Meet the real Airy in the game Dwerve, where traps and machines do the fighting for you. Play Dwerve on Prodigy Arcadia. So yeah, these are pretty much just going to be like sort of costumes that are used to promote this new game, which I guess is pretty interesting. I think that could be something that they do with future things in Prodigy Arcadia, where they also release costumes along with it, which I think is fine. A few things for the heads up display. I don't think you guys can really even see this image, but this is called HUD language. So I think that you might be able to change what language you're playing in. I think right now they have French, German, Portuguese, like Brazilian Portuguese, um, English, Spanish. So I guess you might be able to change what language you're playing in. And then, as I had said at the beginning of the video, we do also have some stuff for the treasure track, which this is kind of weird. So this is about Magicoin September, November. I don't think we're going to be getting Magicoin in the next treasure track, which would be nice, but I don't think it's going to happen. This one seems to be based around sort of like the Halloween treasure tracks that we've gotten in the past. It's pretty much the exact same art. I don't know why they even bothered adding this in, if it probably already exists in the asset somewhere. But you can see that this is about Magicoin September, November. Then we have Battle Pass FQE Screen 4 2026 September, November. Then we have Quest October, December. This one I think is kind of interesting because, as you saw, it said October, December. All the other ones have said November or September, November. So I don't know exactly what months these are going to run from. I'm sort of thinking, or I'm leaning towards the September, November, since that's what the majority of the files are named. But I guess there is a slight possibility that this could be for October, December. Either way, we're going to get the treasure track. So then we also have the Wizard Watch post right here, which is Wizard Watch treasure track September, November 2026. And then if we go into the data, we'll be able to see the name of the mythical epic that I believe will be in this treasure track. So here we have Follow 370, which was originally named Water Sarasaur Cousin, I believe. Now it's going to be named Slithermere right here. And it says, appearing only on misty mornings, Slithermeres are the rarest of sightings. Observant wizards often mistake them for Sarasaurs. So I guess this will probably look pretty similar to Sarasaur, since apparently wizards can mistake them for Sarasaurs. So I guess they'll probably look pretty similar, but it will definitely probably have a water theme to it. Then some pets also got their descriptions updated. So we can see Spiked right here. It's not too much of a difference, but you can read it right here. Coldos also got updated, so it now says spotting a Coldo is rare. Trackers spend months in the snow just for the chance to see one. Shiver Tusks also got updated, although that's not too much of a change. Grumbles got updated, so it now says Grumbles are typically grumpy due to how often wizards sit on them between battles. Then Drenchers also got updated. That's not too much of a difference. Jacko Spikes also got updated, so it now says the Jacko Spike becomes widespread in the fall. It lives in wooded regions, wearing a pumpkin on its back for extra protection. Then Asp Fears got updated as well. Flamby, I guess, sort of got updated. So did Iron Kiln. And then we have a couple of new pets right here. We have pet 332, which says, gentle and curious by nature, Celochants are prized by collectors for their shimmering patterns that makes no two quite alike. And then we have pet 333, which says, the spry, shimmering, chorusing hums with musical energy. Its curling coral tail keeps perfect rhythm as it darts through the air. I'm not really sure what these are supposed to be for. I kind of think mellow duet, since we have the solo chant and chorusing, sort of like singing. So I think this could be for mellow duet. If we keep going down, pet 345 says, while they are sturdy and herd pets, Crushed tops spook easily. Be careful not to be crushed underneath. I think that this could be for the water triceratops that we have. I don't remember the name of them right now. Pet 345 says, Spreeks learn to be sociable despite their fiery temper. As a result, they can be hard to befriend. I think that these are supposed to be evolutions of Sprike. Then we have Sproke, which says, Sprokes defend their dens ferociously, but can be quiet, friendly when they roam around. The reason I think that these are supposed to be for Sprike is that later we're going to see that Jacko Sprike, their evolutions got added as well. And it's like Jacko Spreek and Jacko Sproke. So that's why I think that these are going to be for Sprike. If we keep going down, we have Pet 354, which, it says, appearing around autumn, the Jacko Spreek enjoy solitude. They hide in piles of leaves for comfort. And then we have Jacko Sproke, which says, Jacko Strokes are a fall pet, gorging themselves in the seasonal harvest. They take long naps in pumpkin patches. We also have Pet 364, 365, 366, and 367. So 364 says, what kind of music do gravel cores play? Not rock, as it turns out they are very good at mathcore. So I think these are supposed to be evolutions of Rumble, just based off of the fact that this says gravel right here. Then we have Monocliffe, which says monocliffs are rolling stones that gather a lot of mass due to their long rest periods. Then we have Pet 366, which says Chilfons sense vibrations through their hooves. They can sense an approaching wizard from very far away. So this should be an evolution of Hyphon, or a variant of Hyphon that should be Shadow. Then we have Frost Hearts, which says Frost Hearts love to frolic in the snow. It's a way to stake territory, but it's also fun. So I guess this is probably going to be part of the Chilfon chain. If we keep going down, I guess it's up here. We have Shovel Trunks. I think that this is supposed to be an evolution for Shiver Tusk. So this is Shovel Trunks learn to walk on the shifting ice flows, giving them exceptional balance. Then we have Permastomps, which should probably also be an evolution for Shiver Tusk. And this says, Permastomps are often seen creating avalanches with their massive feet. Best not to be downhill. And then we have Magnetite right here, which says when Maggolems merge together, they become a Magnetite. Not only are they indivisible, the Magnetite is more powerful. So I think that this will be an evolution of Maggolem, like definitely just because of the description. Then we have Pets 391 and 392, which says nesting in glacial chasms, polar spurs create icebergs to mark their territory. Also, it's fun. I don't really know what pet this is supposed to be for. Polar spurs, don't really know. Then we have Thermospikes, which says Thermospikes lounge around in the hot sun, soaking up the heat. When the season cools down, they return to their volcanic dens. I don't know what pet this is supposed to be for. I'll have to think about it. So I just looked through every single pet in the game and I couldn't figure out what these are going to be for. So if anyone has an idea, make sure to let me know in the comments. If we keep going down, we have new followers which don't have names yet, so that's kind of interesting. You can see that Pet 347 was named Sprike Evo 2, now it's named Spreek. 348 is now named Sproke. Same thing for 358 and 359, which are Jacko Spreek and Jacko Sproke. Pet 391, you can see, is Polar Spur. Pet 392 is Thermospike. I guess those could potentially be mythical epics, but I wouldn't get my hopes up on that. The only reason I think that is because they do follow 3 mythical epics right here, but we'll have to see what happens with that. Then we have some spells, which you can read those if you want to. Pretty much just change powered with Agile, nothing too much. Pet 393 right here, we have Slip Slops, which says, Slip Slops are a sign of good luck to all. To wise sailors, white caps are a clue of nearby slip slops. I'm guessing that these might be like Trip Trop variants or something like that, which I guess they'd be water types. Then we have unlike slip slops, riff rafts are a sign of bad luck. Spotting one often means stormy seas ahead. Then we have ship shapes, which says ship shapes are masters of chance and the sea. To the fortunate, ship shapes enhance good luck. To the unfortunate, the opposite. So I think that these are going to be water versions of Trip Trop, just based off the fact that it has like the two-part name with like the first and the second part both starting with the same letter. Oh yeah, it does say Water Trip Trop 1, Water Trip Trop 2, and Water Trip Trop 3 as the original names. Some more spells got changed, not too interesting right there. And then we have a bunch of spells right here, which I'm not going to go over. We do have some new followers, which are going to be coming with the game. Follow 371 is Polar Spur. We're going to be getting Thermospike, Monocliff, Thorn Quill, Acanite, Solo Chant, Jacko Sproke, Shiver Tusk, Terabyte, and Mag Golem. I think that these will all come as pets of the week or mythical epics in the case of Polar Spur and Thermospike, although those could be pets of the week as well. I could be wrong that they are mythical epics. Then we're going to get more marbles for Mecanite and Solar. We have some new spells that you can see right here. Some more spells right here. I'm not going to go through all of these. Some more followers right here. Splish Bit, Niblift, which I think is going to be an evolution of Nebluff. So I guess we're going to have to see when that comes out. I think that there was found by Adriana Bronzelight, I believe, on the Prodigy Wiki. They were in a webinar, and apparently there was like a Niblift pet in there, or what could potentially be Nibluff. We also have Shadow Puff, Crush Tops, Manta Frost, Permastomp, Riff Raff, Asphere, which I think is already... Wait, no, it's not already a pet of the week. And then Truckle, which that's kind of an interesting one. So, yeah. I think Niblift, Shadow Puff aren't... Actually, Shadow Puff is already in the game. That's for Shadow Drake. So I guess Niblift is the only one that we haven't really heard much about. Then we have some more spells right here. And for Niblift, I don't think that we've had the description for it before. So it says, very shy, they will turn tail and run if noticed, but not before alerting others of the potential danger. And yeah, I think that's pretty much everything that we have to go over. Yeah, there's more spells, but I'm not going to go over those. I guess that's pretty much everything that I have to talk about today. So that is going to go ahead and end up the video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe, and bye.